What is going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today I want to talk to you about Faraday future tickers FFIE. I want to give you a good breakdown of the data points and once again just talk generally. Is right now a good time to buy or not? So I'm going to go over all that. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up and subscribe. Always greatly appreciate that. Without further ado, let's get right to it. So when it comes down to Faraday, out of everything, it's actually doing fairly well, so only down 0.99 or 1% give or take. Today EVs are just getting slaughtered largely because of Tesla and their earnings. But once again, like I said, technically Faraday is doing fairly well, but based on the technical aspect, things are breaking down. So like I said, I'll give you guys a good overview of everything you need to know. As far as recent news, there's no SEC filings, no press releases, nothing along those lines, so definitely that could be positive, negative. The latest update was this. So Faraday Future completes building its first production of the FF91 vehicle. And this is weird as of late because it goes to show this over the last little bit. In this time frame, there's been news such as right here, so that they actually do start actual manufacturing, start building. They clearly completed their first building of the production and so forth. So they're actually doing things operationally behind the scenes, but yet the stock price just seems to be going very much down. And I think this isn't necessarily just a Faraday problem at this stage. It's just more of a broader economic demand problem. So of course there's a lot of different things all happening at once. And plus over the last little bit, I haven't really looked to see exactly what they're doing today, but shorts have been really plaguing Faraday over the last little bit as well. So I'll give you guys a quick overview. So short score is currently 76, utilization is 100%. And as far as what they are doing today, they are increasing almost about 1 million shares. Still though, that's kind of small because there is 167.93 million shares overall being shorted. And that works out to be around 28.23% of the free float. So behind the scenes, still very much being shorted. Cost to borrow as well is going down a little bit. So the average is 8.52. So when it comes to Faraday, as you can see based on the options for today, a lot more optimism than anything. So a lot of people behind the scenes are assuming that Faraday is going to be very close to the bottom and potentially start to trend up. As you can see, there's been $6.3 thousand worth of call premiums versus only $333 versus of puts. So very much, like I said, oriented towards upside. But keep in mind, options don't necessarily move the stock price. It's just a little bit more of a sentiment. So again, be aware that big money itself hasn't necessarily been getting into Faraday, but the latest round of 13Fs have come down the pipeline and nothing really substantial per se. So you do see one institution did increase their position 400,000%. So of course that is epic. But keep in mind, they only have roughly around 300,000 shares. So kind of a mixed feelings on that. But you do see a lot of ETFs near the tail end of March, like I've already covered in a previous video. They've all increased their position. So I think behind the scenes, Faraday is seen as a good value rally. Just broader economic concerns right now are kind of outweighing the discounted price of Faraday. So like I said, I think that's what investors are kind of waiting for. Plus, on a side note, you do have a whole rush of value investors that are waiting for validation for Faraday's actual operations to do something. So of course you also have that aspect as well. Looking here, number of retail investors are flat today, so kind of a positive thing in that regard. Stochastic is currently at 3. No defined trend though, but it is at 3, which is considered mind-blowingly oversold. So if there is a good piece of news that does come out, in theory, you will get that rush of value investors, like I already mentioned, causing Faraday to hypothetically go up. But keep in mind, I'm not a financial advisor, so you guys do your own due diligence at the end of the day. But like I said already in this video, the technicals are breaking down. Even though it's holding up some pretty good support at only being down 1%, it still is breaking down, which, like I said, does suck. So for instance, looking at the fib levels, it is below this S2, and usually any stock right now in this current environment that is trading between this S3 and the S2 are ones that are kind of one step in the grave. And I know that might be a little bit more premature to talk on with Faraday. I'm just giving you guys a quick overview of why it is and what the S3 to the S2 does mean right now. So as far as it breaking currently this S2, you can anticipate, at least in the short term, between this 15 cent as far as the next big support or 26 cents. Of course, there might be a little bit more of a value rally on a broader aspect going into tomorrow, because Tesla's caused a lot of fear, might be a little bit more premature potentially. So this is where you might get a rush of value investors across the broader economy, and hopefully it'll push it above this 26 cent mark. But of course, anything could potentially happen. And like I said, I think a lot of companies that are within this S3 to the S2 have liquidity problems as well. So Faraday does definitely have a long road and a big battle ahead of them. But if it does pan out, this is where a lot of investors will make a lot of big money. And like I've said in the past, typically smaller market cap companies such as Faraday that only has a 174 million market cap, when those hit it, they hit big and they go up very big. So of course, just make sure you guys do your own due diligence at the end of the day. That's kind of the best thing that you can do at this stage in the game. And if you believe in Faraday's kind of vision, bigger picture, then take advantage of these discounted prices, because if things do pan out, like I said, people are going to look back at this time period and wish that they bought more. But like I said, let me know you guys' thoughts on Faraday in the comments below. Give yourself a shout out if you have been buying, because during this time frame it's a little bit more of a scary time, and based on this, it almost did have a new 52-week and all-time low as well today. So very, very close. So give yourself a shout out if you've been buying, selling, holding, what you've been doing in the comments below. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. One final thing I just wanted to share with you that I've been pushing over the last couple of videos, even though Faraday's been going down quite a lot, unfortunately, what you can do, take advantage of some free things, such as this promo with Moomoo, link in the description below and also the comments. Just sign up for a free account and you get one free stock. Each stock is valued up to $2,000. So even if you just do that, take that one free stock, it's free, you might as well. Moomoo does also have $0 commission, free level 2 trading, and as you can see, if you just throw $100 at the account, you get additional 4 free stocks. So like I said, it is a complete no-brainer. Take advantage of this while you can, and I believe this promo is only good up until the end of April. So like I said, take advantage of this while you can, and without further ado, I appreciate you guys watching. Let's all make a lot of money on Faraday Future.